We are now joined by one of the most unique figures in all of combat sports, from living among Shaolin monks to performing in Cirque du Soleil. Please welcome James Yang. James will be taking on the returning KeanuSubba. James, how has Singapore been treating you so far?
Oh my goodness. I love Singapore every time I come out here. I know it's called Singapore, but I'm feeling Singa-rich.
Good to hear that. Yeah, so you had a huge, one debut last year. That was, the global stage, the bright lights, the biggest platform for martial arts in the world. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It's something that I've been working my whole life towards. But at the same time, I also feel like I'm just on my path, and this is what I was destined to do. This is why I'm here on Earth. And yeah, that's where my martial arts has led me.
All right. Yeah, you did mention also last year that you wanted to be as active as possible and fight multiple times. You're here now. It's April. How many times do you want to fight this year? This is your first fight in 2022. How many are you looking at?
Yeah, I think it's my first or second. It's my second fight in 2022.
Second.
So yeah, hopefully I can get another fight. I think DJ's gonna be fighting maybe in summer, maybe September timeframe. I'm not exactly sure yet. We try to work it around that time. So like he'll fight, so I can help. I'll help him with his fights, and then I'll fight probably right after, and so he can help me with mine. So probably around that time frame before the new year.
All right. Yes, you did make your one debut. I'm not aware that you had a fight this year, but you did make your one debut against Roel Rosario, which was, in September at
I
One
guess it was last year.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, One Revolution. You won by second round TKO. How was that fight, and how was that experience for you? Being able to go out there and do your thing, and actually rile the crowd up with a spectacular knockout.
Yeah, I just wish it was the full, full capacity. It was only I think maybe I didn't even know people were in the stands. But I guess there's like 500 people. Um, but yeah, I mean, I love just competing and making my best of my potential. So going out and competing and doing that's what I love to do. Maximizing potential is what I'm trying to do as a martial artist. So it felt great, but at the same time, I got to get better. I had to go back and reassess, and you can always get better. No matter how well you do, you can always get better.
All right, you were actually in town for 1X. You were in DJ's corner. That was obviously one of the biggest events of all time in the history of martial arts. How was that experience for you? How was that fight week? How was the fight day? Everything.
I'm just so grateful that One Championship is putting on these type of events for us as athletes or as martial artists, and for me to be part of that historic event is just I don't know, I can't ever like not be grateful for it or be thankful. It's amazing, it was just amazing. And then I was just so happy that DJ got to compete and do his thing and did very well. I just love seeing that.
How did helping DJ train for Rod Tang help you prepare for this fight?
Just like any other, I mean, whether we're competing or not, when we're training, we're always helping each other. I mean, in our gym, everyone wants to see each other do better and grow. So that's what it's all about. AMC Kickboxing Pancreation and our brothers at C3, we're just there to push each other and get better as martial artists. And when you have that kind of environment, then, we can keep our potential is exponential. There's no limit.
I want to get your thoughts on that fight, though. Obviously, that's one of the most hyped up fights of the year. Everybody was talking about it. What was the feeling like heading into that fight in his corner? And was there any feeling of nervousness, or because it's definitely a different thing?
Yeah, it was actually, I think we're actually really relaxed and just having fun the whole week. That's the biggest thing is just enjoy it. I feel like it's life in a way is like a wave, and if you try to fight the wave and try to control it, it's just going to carry you down and drown you out. So you just got to learn how to ride it, and surf the wave, and just go with it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what we did. We just floated it. It went the way exactly what we thought it was going to be. And at the end of the day, you just got to go out and fight and do your best. And whatever happens, happens. At the end, under that, no matter what happens, that's still my brother. I still love him. So yeah, we just go out there and have fun. That's what it was.
Yeah, that first round was definitely intense. Rod Tang was in kill mode. DJ wasn't backing down. He was throwing those right hands, from out of nowhere. And was there any point in that round, though, that you guys, you were worried for DJ a little bit?
I mean, he came out a lot faster than we thought he was going to. Well, it was what we thought he was going to do. But the fact that he just sprinted across the ring, just threw that left hook was pretty wild to see. But it was pretty, I mean, that's pretty much what we thought. We game planned that the whole camp. putting that pressure, immense pressure in that first round. And then in the second round, we thought he would also take the back step and try to keep his distance. You know what I mean? But we had a discussion a bunch of times. Like Tang, in the ring, he likes to bully his opponents, and when you get bullied like that, you can't let the bully push you around. You have to step to the bully, and you got to fight him. You know, and that's what we did. That's what he did. I mean, you know, and as soon as when it was over, you know, I just jumped the fence. I just jumped out of my seat and flew over the cage, and it was like so much excitement, and just felt, yeah, I was so happy for him.
Yeah, and obviously DJ is in your corner this time around. He's in Singapore to help you out. Has he given you any advice ahead of your next fight?
Yeah, always. You know, we're always looking to help each other out, get better. And, you know, what I did for him was make sure he was relaxed, happy, having fun. And he's doing the same thing for me. Last night we went and watched Morbius, the new Sony Marvel movie. And, man, that movie was not, I mean, I don't want to talk shit about it, but I mean, everyone was telling us how bad it was, and we're like, nah, it can't be that bad, you know, like it was only going up from here, and we watched it, and like, that wasn't that good. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I've yet to see that one, but I'm kind of hesitant as well. All right, talk about your fight. KeanuSubba, he's a veteran in one championship. He's been here for, you know, years and years, since 2015. He's fought some great opposition. You know, he's got, you know, Lee Kai-Wen on there, Christian Lee. And then, of course, he's had a couple of losses in his most recent fights, and he's been out, you know, with injuries and whatnot. Do you think any of that is going to matter, you know, heading into this fight? Do you think the long layoff, the time he spent away, is going to matter?
No, I don't think so. I mean, for me, I didn't fight 2 years before my last fight, and I was injured too. So, I mean, it didn't bother me none. So I don't think it'll affect him too much either. And you know, he's had a lot of competition, but he also has a lot of mileage, you know, in one circle. So, and I always say this, like, unless the guy has like 3 arms and 4 legs, he's not going to pose a threat that I've never seen or felt before. You know what I mean? I've been attacked by like multiple people, like 3-5 guys jump on me, and I had to fight them off, and nothing's going to be worse than that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, one person, one man is not going to give me enough to like make me feel like, oh my God, I've never seen this or felt this before. So, yeah.
All right. You know, as is in combat sports, you know, styles make fights. It's not really, you know, just about who's the strongest or most powerful guy. It's definitely a clash of styles. That being said, what do you think of KeanuSubba as a fighter? What do you think about his skills?
Yeah, I think he's a good athlete. You know, he's fundamentally very sound on the feet. He can go both ways. His ground game is what he likes to do. Obviously, that's where his strong suit is, where he likes to put people up against the fence and trip them down to the ground. But yeah, I think I have a better mindset, better skill set, and I can put it all together better.
Yeah, taking a look at his particular style, though, what do you think is his biggest strength? What are you most concerned about?
I don't know. I mean, nothing. I mean, the same concerns as any other fighter. He's dangerous all around. That's why I approach it. But I'm there to take his head off too. So I'm willing to fight him in any position, wherever the fight goes. I don't want to like focus too much on what could happen. Just go out there and then just let it flow, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, so basically, do you think he's a tougher fighter than your last opponent?
I think so. I mean, no offense to my last opponent, Roel, but I just think he has more, he's just more developed in the MMA realm as Roel. But Roel was a pretty seasoned striker. It's a much more dangerous striker than Subba is. So, yeah, it's just a different clash of styles, like you said. Basically, all it comes down to adapting and who can put it together with the brain, the mind, you know, who's smarter. That's what it's about.
Okay, so, yeah, your last fight was a few months ago, and you know, that's the first fight under this big promotion. Were you nervous at all for that fight? Did you have any jitters? Did you perform the way you wanted to, or do you think you could have done better?
Yeah, I performed the way I wanted to. I'm very happy with my performance, but at the same time, you can always do better, you know. So I watched the fight with my team and went back and assessed and looked at where I can improve, and I done that. I've been working ever since. So yeah, I mean, the only thing I was nervous about, I didn't tell you about this. I don't even want to talk about it because it just seems like excuses. I hate making excuses. But I had a torn Pk.Saenchaii tendon, which is like a tendon connected to your MCL. I had that going into the fight. 2 weeks out, I blew it out. 2 weeks in training before. And I couldn't even spar or nothing for 2 weeks prior to that fight. And I could barely lift my knee past my hip. You know what I mean? And I went out there and I did a flying kick. And then the first thing I did was grab his hand, threw a right knee to him. And from that fight, the point on, I was just going. So yeah, that was the only thing that, you know, there was a chance that it could have got more damaged, even worse. But luckily I didn't. Nothing happened. I made it out unscathed, relatively unscathed. And then I got PRP injections on it, and now it feels better than ever. So
Yeah, the human body does have like a way of adjusting to adversity and rising above, yeah, the occasion. So, and fans were able to get a taste of what you offer, you know, what you bring to the circle. But for those who have not seen you yet, what can they expect from you in this fight? What's your fighting style going to be like this time?
Yeah, the style of no style, just explosive, dynamic movements, and wherever it goes, I'm willing to take it there, and it's going to be violent, going for the finish every time, and that's it.
Featherweight, you know, one of the deepest divisions in one championship, definitely ranking right up there at the top of the list with how deep and how many killers are in this Shark Tank. You're obviously looking to break into the top five, you know, make a name for yourself in this division. Are you content with like a slow buildup, or do you want to just barge through the top five and just take on the top guys?
I'm just looking to go however it goes. Whatever one wants to give me, whoever they give me, I do not care. I'm not talking about, I don't think about top five or whoever. I feel like I'm the best martial artist I can possibly be, and that's it. So I'm going to the top. Whoever I need to fight, I'll fight. Whoever they put in front of me, I'll fight. I don't care who it is.
At the top, though, you got the champion, obviously, Tanley, very dangerous striker, one of the best strikers in the game right now. You got Gary Tonin, very dangerous submission specialist, one of the best submission specialists in the game right now. In terms of striking, in terms of grappling, do you think you can hang with these guys?
At the end of the day, if it was like a pure grappling match, pure strike match, I do think I can compete with them, of course, but that's not what this is. This is an MMA match. It's who can put it all together and not be so one-dimensional. When you're one-dimensional, that's also like their Achilles heel, because now it's easy to know what exactly they're going to try to do. Do you know what I mean? So it's easy to like figure out their weaknesses and exploit that. So yeah, I mean, nothing but respect to all the guys that are in. At the end of the day, look, we all need each other, right? Rivals push each other to make us better, right? But yeah, I'm not even thinking about like the name of who's the top guys. I respect them and all that, but at the same time, yeah, there's no fear or anything. I know where I can hang with all these guys, and I look forward to proving that in time.
All right. I don't know how much you guys have studied like your approach to this fight, or if you do any kind of that strategizing heading into your fights, but what do you think KeanuSubba is going to do in there? What do you think his strategy is going to be like against you?
He's gonna try to kill me.
So yes, I would love to give you a chance right now to call your shot. I know it's not your thing to like give predictions out, but how do you think this fight is going to play out? How do you think it's going to end?
A violent finish.
A violent finish. There you go.